So, Olori Naomi is currently in the palace right now, and the reason for her being in the palace, it is quite something to ponder upon. Yes, it is something to ponder upon because the last time we checked, Olori Naomi had already had previous discussions with the honest father, and no matter how bad these things get, no matter how people feel this whole matter is getting worse, we were not expecting a sudden meeting between Olori Naomi and the honest father so soon. But from what we have heard and from what we are what we are seeing allegedly right now, no, Olori Naomi is in the palace as we speak, and she is having an intense meeting with the Oni's father. Now, what is the cocoa of this meeting? Know you that Oni has categorically displaced every single woman in his life to bring Naomi back. Now, let's just say that the man is breaking the bank to bring her back. And it so be that after all of these things, not because these women want to be in the palace so badly, then tomorrow we wake up and then Naomi will say, I don't want to do it again. Oni will be a shattered man. Yes, Oni will be left completely with nothing. So Oni's father is more on an opinion to know. Yes, you see when Oni called Olori Naomi back into the palace, and he played that video for Naomi to see. Those were moments of reassuring that nothing would happen. But right now, it's not just a moment of reassuring. The father wants to know tomorrow you will not wake up to say this, because now look at is how this man has done it. This man got married, his first wife left because she was not the one who wanted to pursue the family politics, because this royalty of a thing, sorry, but let's call it politics. Yeah, she didn't want to be on the front line, that she's a queen or this or that. So when they only proposed that he was going in for the whole kingship of a thing, she didn't buy the idea. So what she did was she left the marriage. So when they only got the kingship, one of the requirements was for him to get married. So he got married. But after he got married, he was informed that, okay, now that you are the Oni of Ife, you are permitted to actually be polygamous in nature, because what we expect from you is to see children all over the compound. And Oni went ahead to get married to more wives. They got married to their Miriam, Naomi, Ashley, Ronke, Toby, and Pedro, and a lot more. Temitokbe, a lot more of them that are in the palace in the palace, or displaced out of the palace as we speak right now. So the cocoa on ground right now is they only have categorically displaced this women. Yes, they only have displaced this woman. Remember that Elizabeth even came out saying that, okay, oh, since the only feels he would deny the pregnancy she currently has, then she will be obliged to marry another man. And even Miriam sent a proposal out, Toby sent a proposal to Oba Elegushi, and a lot of things have been happening, because these women need a shelter, they need a place to put their head, they just need a room over their heads. And what? That room is definitely not the palace, because the Oni is not granting them that space to return back into the palace. Then we wake up tomorrow morning, and then Olori Naomi says out of the blues, boom, I am not doing again. What will be of the Oni? Now the Oni's father have called her into the palace, and this is just a father-in-law and a daughter-in-law talk. We pray it ends well, because we know very well that this meeting is happening because of all the Oni has been doing lately. The Oni buying a mansion, the Oni, he's doing too much as we speak. Yes. Yes, the last time that the Oni was frequenting Ile-Ife, and everybody was saying that, the Oni, what's happening to him now, Kilo Shele, waiting to happen. The Oni at his own end, he was just trying to prove how much he loves this woman. But people began to say that it's obsession, the man is obsessed. If not, who does what he is doing? Which man gives out all his heart like this? And a lot of things transpired. But will you blame the Oni? Yes, will you blame the man for loving his wife the way he does? Will you blame the man for being who he is? Sometimes we break protocols for love, and that's exactly what the owner is doing. There was a point to which olori Naomi was the one showing how much she loves this man, and tables turned. That's the same thing that happened to their Miriam and Ronke. There was a point the Miriam were the ones in charge in the palace. But you see, as time progressed, every single thing changed. It changed because what? They did not manage the opportunity they had very well. They did not manage that room they had to be the ones in charge, the ones ruling, the ones making decisions, the one taking every single thing into their hands. Yes, they did not manage it well. And you see, as we speak right now, no matter what these women do, they have lost their chance of ever returning back into the palace. They have lost it. And even as it is right now, do you think if the only wakes up one morning and then says that, okay, since Olori Naomi refused to return back into the palace, all the Oliris, pack your things and start coming back. Will they come back? At least there should be some respect. Yes. These women, they might try to maintain composure and decide not to return back into the palace. So on his father, he's just being a father. He wants to know. He's being human. He wants to know. It is not something that tomorrow we wake up and then you say that I am even fed up with the palace drama. But at the end of it all, we would hear the output of this meeting as it will go, because from every single thing that is happening, it is beginning to be a proof that although Naomi will definitely return back into the palace, but terms and conditions have to be understood. Yes, although Naomi has been out of the palace for quite some time, I know that there is this freedom someone experiences that returning back into marriage will seem like a cage. So if in case she doesn't want to return because of that singular fact, only his father ought to know. Yes, he wants to know. Because no matter what Naomi decides, no matter what happens around Olori Naomi, it is it is indeed something that it's worth beckoning on. And as it is right now, no, we are in no position to jump into conclusion than to wait patiently and hear how the whole matter will play out. So as the matter dey on ground though, na we dey wait, my people. Yes, we are waiting because we seriously want to hear how this whole thing will play out. And as it goes, we will all understand how it is playing out between Oni's father and Olori Naomi, because no be palace, it go definitely boil out. All of us go hear how the whole meeting went. But as it is right now, no, Olori Naomi never said anything, so let's patiently wait and see what Naomi will say to the Oni's father.